I said the longer we reject his word and his workmen, the worse our situations will get. But for those of us who can receive, I'm on my way out of here, well, thus says the Lord, without wrath and without doubting, we qualify for a turnaround in the midst of what's happening around us. Now, I got to pause right here because this is the third time in 3 weeks that I spoke the word turnaround from this pulpit. And you know me, I'm a believer in numerology. The number 3 is always the number of confirmation, which means that over the past 3 weeks, what God has been trying to say to you, that if you will receive what I have to say, I will turn your situation around. And I'm not going to talk to the folks that's waiting on a turnaround first. I'm going to talk to the folk that have already had one. Is there anybody in New Life today that would testify he's already turned it around? No, I'm not waiting on them to turn it around. When I look back over the past 6 months of my life, I am no longer where I started out from. Give somebody a high five and say, neighbor, it has been turned around. My weeping has turned into dancing. My mourning has turned into joy. Would you find 3 people real quick and just say, neighbor, it has turned around? Now that I've preached to the folk that have already had the turnaround, let me talk to y'all that's still waiting on one. I heard the word of the Lord that in this season of your life, before the month of April is over, you just might get dizzy. Lacey, you got the wrong church up in here. Say it one more time. I said before the month of April is over, you just might get dizzy because God ain't doing 360s in this season. Give somebody a high five and say, I feel a 180 around here. Because if I do a 360, I turn around, but I come back to where I started from. But if I do a 180, I turn one time and turn my back on my past. I need somebody to turn your back on your past and say, I will not look back from where I came from. I will not go back to where the Lord brought me from. Give somebody a high five and say, I'm turning around. I'm turning my back on my pain. I'm turning my back on my misery. I'm turning my back on my haters. Y'all ain't talking to me. I'm turning my back on my problems. Shake somebody's hand and say, neighbor, this might be the last time you see me like this. So if you like seeing me down and out, if you like seeing me miserable by myself, if you like seeing me hurting behind what they did, take a picture now, because I ain't gonna look like this.